Welcome to Impact Ready, a show dedicated to helping you elevate your impact in the world. I'm Steph Saffer, your host. Let's explore the power of showing up with intention and energy each day. This is for those who seek to make life truly meaningful. Get ready for impact. Hey everyone, welcome to the show. Today we're going to talk about change and the overwhelm that people report feeling when they think about making change in their life. I work with a lot of clients one-on-one in the coaching world. I also have been treating patients for 15 years in the acupuncture clinic. So I'm very familiar with this idea of how overwhelmed people can feel when they think about making changes in their life. And this applies to any kind of change. So I work a lot in the health industry. And so it's so easy for people to get overwhelmed when they think about having to make changes to improve their health, whether it's exercise and nutrition, whether it's sleep, any type of health habit. People really, they just start spinning out when they think about, oh my God, I have to make so many changes and this is going to be so hard. And I don't think I'm ever going to be able to do this. And I don't have the ability to change. And I always say to them, you just got to take it one step at a time and find the one change that's going to move the needle the most. Find the one change that is going to have the most impact on your life and spill into other areas of your life. People often think that they need to make 10 to 20 changes in their world to make a splash. And it's really funny because most times there is one specific change that they could make that would lead to exponential change moving forward. It's like a catalyst or a spark. And when you think about, okay, what are some of the roots of the issues going on in my life? What are some of the real bottom line things that I could think about changing that would then spill out into all of these other areas? When I ask this question, most people know what the answer is. It's really funny because people think about this stuff all the time. And I say, if you changed one thing, if you just changed one thing, what other things would shift for you? Honestly, most people think about this for about 5 seconds and then they tell me the answer. They know the answer to this question. And this reminds me a lot about one of the foundational pillars of traditional Chinese medicine. It's this idea of root versus branch. And this applies to so many things in life. Think about a tree. You have the roots that then grow up, and you have the trunk, and then you have all the branches, and then you have the leaves out on the edges of the branches, right? Most times, people are thinking about all the little problems and issues and worries in their life as individual little topics. And I think about those things as the leaves on the tree, maybe the little branches. And really, when you think about it, there are probably 1, 2, 3 reasons why a lot of these things are happening. And what people do is they get so hyper-focused on all the small issues, all the leaves and the branches, that they completely miss the roots of the problems. They don't see the forest for the trees. And so when people are so hyper-focused on all the small things, they miss the opportunity to work on 1 or 2 major issues, changes, the spark, the catalyst that would then exponentially shift everything else in their life. So I think about this in my own life. When I was 30 years old, I was not out to my friends and my family. I was still in the closet. I was hiding my sexuality from my family. I was very scared, even at 30, to be honest about this part of myself, one of the most authentic parts of myself. And I wasn't happy. There were a lot of areas of my life that were great, that I was thriving, I was excelling in. I worked really hard to build those areas of my life. But when it came to being honest about who I was, that was something I was very intentionally hiding. And it was harming me. I wasn't happy. I was living in fear. I was a bit sad and isolated. I didn't have the community I was looking for. And I felt stunted in where I wanted to go in my life. And when I thought about this question, what is one thing that I would need to change in my life to have the experiences and the 10 out of 10, existence that I really want? Because I wanted a big life. I wanted a big love. I wanted to be, I wanted to have adventures. I wanted to have a very fulfilling, joyful life. And I wasn't living that. And I asked myself that question, what would I need to change? What was the one thing? And it was so clear to me. That one thing that I needed to change was my honesty and my forthrightness about who I was. I needed to tell people and shine a light on this part of myself that I had been hiding for decades. And so when I came out to my friends and my family, I felt this sort of unraveling in myself, all this tension and tightness, and that one truth, just changing that one thing about myself, that lying and that hiding about who I truly was, telling that one truth started to create this cascade of changes in my life that would forever shift my path. I started to find the friends in the community that I was hoping for. I started to find fulfilling relationships. I was more joyful. I was more bold. I was more courageous. I started to use my voice more. I found my authentic self. I mean, when you step into your power, it is a totally different feeling. And it was because of one change that I needed to make. And there are so many people in their lives, they know the one change. Sometimes that one change is to change the way that they eat. Sometimes it's to stop drinking. Sometimes it is to be honest about a part of themselves or to deal with a trauma or something in their life that they've been hiding from or pushing down. Whatever it is, there is usually one change that will spark a cascade of changes in your life. And so I ask my clients this all the time. Consider all of your stresses, all your worries, all the things that are bothering you. Think about what keeps you up at night. And then get to the root of it. What is the root of all of this? Am I in fear? Am I in self-doubt? Am I not being bold? Am I not using my voice? Are my habits not supporting who I want to be? And then ask yourself, what's the one change that I can make in my life that will be a catalyst to so much exponential change and will get me to the place that I want to be? So ask yourself that question. Think about it. I guarantee you probably know a little bit, and it's really exciting to take ownership of that and then start taking action on it. Thank you for being here today and for listening. Take what resonates with you and let this spur on your own insights. I'm really excited about what your one change might be and to see it, come to life in the world. Thanks again for being here, and thank you for being ready to impact. Thanks for listening to Impact Ready. I hope today's episode inspired you to own your impact and recognize that you are powerful. By elevating our energy and awareness, we can create exponential change in this life. If you enjoyed today's insights, share them with a friend and subscribe to the show for more. I truly appreciate you. Thanks again for being here.